In a world now. Okay. Little technical difficulties. Bear with the brother. I always forget to go to restream beforehand. Boomers. What's up, fam? Thanks for kicking it, though. Yeah. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up in the near future. Do a little housekeeping. So, it is October. So, it is the month of the annual legendary Flatoberfest. And that will be towards the end of this month. I'm going to play the little video. It's the 21st to the 23rd. A lot of epic speakers and music. It's cool. A lot of people, a lot of truthers get together in person and hang out. So yeah, it's just like good vibes. If you got like a lot going on, it's really cool. It's like this annual like recharge moment for everyone. I love them. I think it's incredible. I can't believe I went that long without hanging out with a bunch of truthers at once. And then Bob flew me out for the first one. And yeah, it's been awesome ever since. So that is, again, October 21st to the 23rd. You can go to flatearthfestivals.com. And so actually what I want to do, I want to show you guys a little intro in case you guys haven't seen it. It is in Greenville, South Carolina. Let's see here. And one thing that's pretty cool is I and myself are making some new music. And we will be releasing it exclusively there. That's right. We will be having some new music, and you will have to be there to see it. It's gonna be fire. So yeah, Kai and I are performing, and I'm also doing a presentation. So yeah, you guys should check it out. What we're gonna do is play the video. I can learn how to stop being a boomer. Run the video.
Flatoberfest, it's back. Greenville, South Carolina, October 22nd and 23rd. With the grand return of Mark Sargent. And live music from Chief Crow and the Flat Earth Worms. Austin Witsit of WitsitGetsIt. Benjamin Balderson of Olden's Alchemy. Jason Lindgren of Secrets of Saturn and Crow 777 Radio. Marty Leet of GnosticAcademy.org. One big love. How the World Works with Cammy and Zach. And new music by Austin and Kai Witsit. Sean Griffin of Kingdom in Context. Reserve your tickets at flatearthfestivals.com.
Yeah. So it's super cool, man. I wouldn't just say that if I didn't think that. I like truly love those events. They are incredible. And I was telling Kai that last year, and she thought I was kind of like amping it up and exaggerating, and she loved it. It was super cool. Um, and yeah, so we have our own little like flat Earth island. Shout out to my boy King Shin for becoming a miswit. Hey, thank you for becoming a member, brother. Greatly appreciated. All right, so tonight's stream is called Childbirth, and I think it's pretty interesting. It's gonna be a lot of like just me on screen talking. Take it or leave it. I'll play some videos for you here and there, but not too many. So yeah, if you don't know, and I just been kind of busy. We got a lot of stuff going on. Me and Jaren are working on something. It's been taking a lot of time, and yeah, it's got a lot going on. But anyway, as to why I didn't stream the last couple of days. But yeah, so if you don't know, Kai and I are expecting a baby at the end of November. I think that the due date they gave us was December 26th. It's a little baby girl, and her name is Aaliyah, and that is my first child. And it's cool. If anyone doesn't know, I went on tour. You know, the whole like doing activism thing wasn't really my thing. I thought it was lame, to be honest. Throughout my whole life, I've ever heard someone talking on a megaphone or something, I'm like, bro, shut up. Then I went around the country and was that guy. Grew my beard out super crazy. Talked on a mic a lot. And pretty early into the tour, I was chilling at Jack's house. Chilled there for a little bit, and I went out one morning. I was talking to Jack the day before, and I was talking to him about how I'm where I think I want a wife and stuff, and I would have checked me so fast back in the day. And he was like, you need to just tell him what you want, like tell the creator. Yeah, to like tell him. Tell him, like, kind of man up and tell him what you want, type thing. That's funny, actually. I actually have the tour shirt on right now. Anyway, so I did that. I went out the next morning, early in the morning. I went out and I prayed by myself out in the woods in the creek and by the creek, and I prayed for a wife and children, and I gave a specific list. I'm like, I want her to be younger than me. I want her to have no children. I want her to be open to the truth about a lot of these deceptions, including where we live and da 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 da. And I had never done that. I had never prayed for a wife, wanted a wife. I had only just got to where like I realized that's what I wanted. And I prayed for a wife that was willing to have multiple children. So yeah, first time ever. I directly prayed for a wife and children, and I gave like specifics as to what I wanted. And I then opened up the Bible, Scriptures version, and I opened it up and I looked straight down in the Bible, and I looked straight to the line that said, and the Lord said unto Hosea, take a wife and children. And I was like tripping, bro. I was like, wow, I had that happen a couple times. So I was surprised, but not like in disbelief necessarily, but it was like just a really amazing feeling. So I was just super happy because I knew that he had just confirmed that I was going to get a wife and children. Like I knew it, right? Like I knew for a fact. I don't really know how people can explain that away, but that's not really my job. And I don't really feel led to try to convince anyone of what that story means or anything like that. They can come up with whatever they want to. They can say, my mind's so powerful, my subconscious mind made me open it to that place in the book and all this stuff. But it was definitely the creator of this place that we live. And there is a personable connection. I prayed sincerely, directly to the creator. When I got through praying, I felt the creator. It was like dead still. I looked up after I got through praying. And I don't always put my head down and close my eyes and stuff, but I had my eyes closed. Anyway, I opened my eyes and I saw the wind start blowing. This gentle breeze, and I could feel the creator. It was really crazy. Then I opened up the Bible, straight to that. Like I said, people can make up whatever they want to. I don't even understand. I guess I personally don't understand it, but I've seen crazier things. I don't like to preach dogmatically about some certain doctrine or anything like that. I don't like that. I don't think that the creator likes that. I don't think that's what we're supposed to do. I think everyone's in their own journey, and I think that the whole secret of all of it is being sincere and learning, and you're going to have deep spiritual truths revealed to you as you go and as you're ready. And I think that's what matters, is that you're sincere and humble and honest enough, genuine enough, that you will update your current position relative to the information provided to you or revealed to you. And that's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. So just so you guys know, I know that was a bit of an intro, but that's kind of where this all started. Then I continued to go on the tour. It was a very crazy situation. I had some moments where I wouldn't say I necessarily wanted to give up. I mean, there may have been a couple of times where I was just wore out, and I'm like, to this day, I'm still in debt, honestly, but all money I had saved up, everything I had gone. It was pretty rough at times, to be honest. And so we toughed it out. Chris and I went around the whole country, and both of us are dealing with consequences from that to this day. Many of them financial, but anyway, long story short, we would have crazy moments where it's like, look, it looks like it's not going to work out, and then something would always happen. It got so frequent that it was obvious the creator was doing things for us that we just laughed about it. It was just, we breezed right through it. So all this to say, the last couple years of my life has been very amazing, and it's been like a roller coaster, but it's been beautiful, and I've grown a lot spiritually, and that growth really began about 4 or 5 years ago now. And then when we went on tour, it was just kind of crazy. So I met Kai on Discord, 24/7 Flat Earth Discord, hilariously enough. And first time she jumped on, I just happened to be there. That was before the tour. And she had just found out about Flat Earth. She had some questions, and so I talked to her a little bit. And so we talked here and there. Then, so since I was going through where she stayed over on the West Coast, we decided to hang out. So we FaceTimed a bit before that, and we would talk on the phone for hours. First time we talked on the phone, we just clicked real easily and smoothly, and we FaceTimed for 5 hours, I think. Hey, Crystal Luna became a member. Welcome to the Misfits. Everybody give a round of applause. Yeah. Thank you for becoming a member, Crystal. So yeah, we clicked real quick, and I didn't know where that was going to go. I knew I was going to get a wife, and probably by the end of the tour that I was going to find my wife, because the creator told me I was. And so some people were like, why do you talk about the Creator or the Bible or whatever. Some people are like, why don't you talk about it more? Some people want to argue about my theology and all this stuff like that. I do what I feel led to do. I walk through what's wrong with the slurred speech. Is he on drugs? Not on drugs, but you're pretty lame. And you can get hit with the band hammer. I think I'm just kind of tired, honestly, and these lights are like intense. So anyway, wow, I shouldn't even read losers in chat. Just throws me off. Yeah, so I knew that I was gonna meet my wife because the Creator, he told me that. And so, like, what I was trying to explain was, I try to walk this line. I do what I feel like I'm led to do, and yeah, man, I want people to know what that's like. I want people to know what it's like to say a prayer when something's going on or you need some advice or wisdom, and like know that the Creator hears you. And I went a long time in my life where I did not have that. And it's a very beautiful thing. And I think that the results are proportionate to sincerity and faith, if that makes sense. And I just want people to realize that and have that same experience where they're not like coming up with all these ideas in their head, like, oh, is the Creator this or this or this or this or this? They're more like, well, I want it to be revealed. And I'm giving this long intro because I follow where I feel led to speak in the moment and stuff like that. But yeah, so anyway, I knew I was gonna meet my wife. I kicked with Kai. We talked on the phone. We clicked really fast. We hung out in person, and it was like crazy how we clicked. It was like we knew each other for many years or something, and we had like some very blunt, very deep conversations. The first night we met up, that most people some people married for years probably haven't had, and yeah, it was cool. So anyway, long story short, obviously we started dating, and then we got married, and she got pregnant seemingly within a week. And ironically, they count back to your last period when they give you a due date, and it's on the date that we were married, March 18th. So crazy stuff. The due date's tracked back to our actual date of marriage. We got married, she's pregnant, and now we're gonna have a baby. So we've been researching stuff about giving birth, and I know that this may be a touchy subject for some people. Of course, I'm not judging anyone. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. I know there are certain circumstances where, certain things can't be prevented. I know, everyone's in their own journey of awakening and truth, and they had children before that or before they knew some of this stuff, or maybe they still don't know until maybe after this stream. And I'm just trying to raise some awareness, and I think it's important. So there's my very long intro. But I'm going to cover some stuff, and I know it can be uncomfortable. I wanted to kind of say all that so you guys know it's coming from a very sincere place. And, I'm currently in a position in my life for the first time where I'm really needing to look into it, then apply it. I don't know all things. I'm open to a bunch of information. And so if anyone thinks they have good information, email me. I am looking through my emails, so if you already have, I'll try and catch up on that. All right, cool. So we're going to talk about kind of like what they do to children when they're born, what they tell us we should do, and I know what seems to be wrong with it and what maybe you can do to overcome it. And whether you have children or are not going to have any more children, or don't think you ever will have children, or whatever, I think it still would be a very important thing to inform yourself on, just because it's going to really put things into perspective of how quick they have to attack you. So what I personally think at the moment is they've engineered these concoctions that they shove into babies from the beginning. These lights are so bright, bro. Sorry. Just gotta turn the lights off. They're draining the life out of me. I don't know if that looks better or worse. You can tell me if it looks too bad or something, but oh, I'm tired, man. Always tired right now. I've been staying up way too late. So anyway, I think that they tried to engineer these concoctions, which now is up to over 70. They want to give a baby like early on, where they jab them with these shots, and I think it's spiritual warfare. Again, I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. What I think is that the creator's capable of all things, and like, if you are feeding the child good organic food and they're exercising and running around the ground with their shoes off, and you have a good relationship with the creator, you know, I mean, you'll be fine. But knowledge is power. Hold steadfast and prove all things to be true. Do not partake in the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove and expose them. You feels me? So obviously we're not going that route. I think that's one of the biggest things, and they try to scare you with vitamin K this and Hep B that. Like, oh, if you don't get the vitamin K shot, then if they start to bleed, if they get cut, they'll bleed out and bleed to death and die, and you better make sure there's no paper around the baby, you know. You know, they just want to scare you so much. And I think they make commission on these things, and they want to. So maybe let's back it up a little bit. So one thing that I find to be very interesting about the give birth thing, well, where do you give birth? Like, where do they say that you come out of? They say you come out of the birth canal. They call it a canal. Now, of course, you come out of water. And if you're not familiar, there's something called maritime law. It's the law of the sea. It seems that they've duped a lot of people into not realizing the difference, and so they agree to contractual agreements underneath maritime law, the law of the sea. And it makes a lot more sense when you realize that you come out of water. So what is maritime law? Well, it seems as if it is the law that applies to things in water, and not just literally the sea, or they apply it metaphysically as well to mean that. And they need your agreement to agree to their games. You can get out of all of it, though, affidavit of status, etc., etc. We'll cover some more of this stuff like that in the future. But anyway, so all that in mind, they tell you come out of a birth canal. They're obsessed with water. Again, this is why it's liquidity of cash flow. You put your money in a bank, like a river bank. And we talked a little bit about that. You know, you have currency. So it's electricity and water, and there's a relationship between the two. That's why you charge someone money. So it's all about maritime law. It's this little word game that they played, a spell that they casted where people don't know about it, and ignorance kind of swoops in, and then you kind of get tricked into some of these agreements without knowing it. So who births the baby? This is very important to the people that should maybe not be in power, but they obviously maybe should be in power, because there is a creator and he knows more than you do, and they are in power, right? So either way, the powers that shouldn't be, or should they? They freeze assets. There you go. Exactly. So they deliver you like an object, like an item. Like if you go to the store and you order something and then it's not in stock, so they have to bring it to your house, or you order on Amazon, it gets delivered. Your item gets delivered and you get a certificate of sale. Well, that's why you have a birth certificate. They deliver you out of the birth canal. And who delivers you? Well, a doctor, like a dock, like if you dock a boat, doctor delivers you out of the birth canal. And, they're all about getting you to sign that birth certificate super fast. They're all about getting you to take all these different jabs super fast. And so they take the baby out and they like immediately take the baby and wash it off with like Johnson & Johnson. They wash the baby off super fast when it has all this natural stuff on the baby. Well, I guess I'm skipping some things. So the baby comes out and they cut the umbilical cord super fast, even when it's still like pulsating. It's still pulsing, which means it's still like delivering, crucial information and nutrients and oxygen to the baby. And effectively, they partially suffocate the baby. It's getting oxygen pumped to its brain, all kinds of very important nutrients. They're disconnecting it from the placenta, and they cut the umbilical cord super fast. Some doctors, they wait, and it's like 2 minutes or whatever. It's still pulsing. They cut it. And it's really, really bad for the baby's brain. Oxygen deprivation is really bad for a developing baby's brain. And it's the first time the baby's coming out of water inside of their mother. And they're coming out into the world. And now they're in air outside of the water. And they cut the umbilical cord super fast, which is pumping oxygen to the baby. So that's obviously a grabbler trick. They want you demoralized. It's not a fear porn stream. I don't like fear. If you've been a victim to any of this or been duped into any of this, I've already gave my disclaimer at the beginning. I'm not going to not talk about truth because some people might get offended or be uncomfortable with what the truth is. We would probably never wake up to any important truths in the entire world if we didn't look at it or want to listen to it or got mad and emotional and attacked people for talking about it because it was uncomfortable or we were wrong or we were lied to and fell for it. You wouldn't know the nature of where you live. You wouldn't even know that all these jabs that they give you are bad. You would have fell for the last 2 years. You wouldn't know that outer space can't be a vacuum that's fake and it's used to make you feel insignificant. You wouldn't know that evolution was a lie. You wouldn't know about the Federal Reserve or you name it. All this crazy stuff. It makes you uncomfortable. You're talking about that there's a bank that calls itself federal, but it's actually a private corporation and it's just keeping us in a perpetual cycle of fiat currency when they infinitely print off the money anyway. Why we have to pay taxes if they can just print the money off all they want to? And well, what you find out, or the big pharma is just incredibly corrupt, and it's like they never treat the actual illness. They just treat the symptom, and they just keep you in this perpetual cycle of going there and becoming addicted or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sometimes truth's uncomfortable, but once you find out what the truth is, then it frees you. And the last thing you would want to do is continue to perpetuate the lie to other people around you or loved ones, right? Because you're selfish and scared and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't have much hesitation in my decision to do the stream. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of be talking, and then I'll play a couple videos. The truth will piss you off way before it sets you free. Yeah. Well, it scares people. That's why they pretend to get mad or they act mad. It's a defense mechanism. That's why so many people that defend the ball, they scream at you and they cuss and they get mad and they call you names. They call you stupid. They project their own intellectual insecurities. They divert. They freak out. They're in this like frantic childlike state where they're imploding and they don't know what to do, and you're taking away all this illusory confidence they have in the system around them. And so they get mad, and that's what happens with any truth that causes some fear. But the truth is actually it always sets you free. But anyway. So they cut the umbilical cord. Oh, it's pumping, very crucial nutrients to the baby and oxygen. So oxygen deprivation to the brain right from the beginning. Now they come out with this coating of stuff from the mom's uterus and all that stuff. And it's supposed to go right up to the baby's or to the mother's chest. Now, one thing that they do, thank you, Stephanie Campbell, for the I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, there you go. Thank you for the super chat. Much love. So they have the baby or the mother laying on her back with her legs up in the air right? So the baby's laying back, or the mother's laying back. Who's this person? All right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm coming in. Reno, you are. Oh, never mind. They already got you. Yeah. You don't just run in and like say crazy insults and stuff. It's not, I mean, I don't care if you just don't agree with me, but you don't have to be ridiculous. All right, anyway, so they have the baby laying on its back. The mother laying on her back, trying to give birth, their legs up in the air. So the baby's having to fight up against that to get it out. Doesn't even make sense on its face, right? And the truth is that the mother should, be squatting and maybe kind of moving her hips, and the baby will come out much easier. And there'll be much less tearing and all this stuff. Almost everyone tears. Yeah, because they have women laying on their back with their leg up in the air, and the baby's trying to fight its way out against gravity. Gravitas, weight. That's a magical force that brings down stuff to a ball. And so, anyway, the baby comes out, and it's supposed to go straight to the mother's chest. And there's this chemical transfer that happens because the creator made everything perfect. I thought gravity wasn't real, though. I literally just explained that. Like, I literally said it when I said it, then you typed it. People are the worst, man. Anyway, so the baby should go straight to the mother's chest. And then there's like this chemical transfer. And one of the main things that's transferred is oxytocin. Is that what it's called? And it's just like super pivotal chemical that goes to the baby. So just literally the skin-to-skin contact of the baby on the mother, it goes straight there because the creator, straight to the baby, the creator made this beautiful natural process of life being created and the baby. If you really think about what happens, it's insane, right? Like the baby growing up inside the woman the way that they do is just a really beautiful, crazy thing. But anyway, the baby comes out with all that stuff on them for a reason. And naturally, the baby is supposed to be held by the mother. Like she's carried her for like roughly 9 months. And the baby comes out, and then you finally saw the baby that you carried for 9 months, and she's there, or he's there. And you take the baby and you hold her for him. I had a natural birth, no meds, got them to give them to me, but had to be vocal and push for everything I wanted. Yeah. You were in a hospital, I'm guessing. That sounds like you were in a hospital. Skin to skin with the dad is pretty cool too. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure, but I think that I just think it's super important that they get to the mother's chest pretty fast. And yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna want to hold Aaliyah. I want to maybe even I want to at one point for sure in the future be the one that catches the baby. I don't know if we're gonna do that this time or not, but either way, I'm gonna be in the water with Kai and stuff like that. Anyway, so the baby should go straight to the mother's chest the way that I see it. And maybe say if the dad gets the baby and gives her straight to the mother, that sounds pretty ideal to me. So what they do, as opposed to, let's do it like this. It looks like the best way is the mother is in a very comfortable state, not with all these crazy people asking her to sign paperwork and scream at her and coerce her into all kinds of things with fear and put her in this fearful state and be like, oh, you need to do this and this and this and this and this. Oh, high risk this and that. Oh, induce, numbing agent. Induce, numbing agent. Oh, take some more drugs. Oh, do this and do this. Oh, can we cut your baby up? Can we, all this crazy stuff. And then mom, it's just this crazy experience when it should just be like a beautiful moment where the person giving birth has faith in the creator, trusts the creator, and realizes that it's a beautiful moment, a beautiful design and sequence of events that was created by the creator. She's in water. She kind of squats. She can even move her hips around. The baby comes out without nearly as much pain or tearing. And then the baby goes up to the mother, has all the natural stuff that's coating the baby. You keep the umbilical cord on there while the mother holds her to her chest, and it pumps all kinds of nutrients and like oxygen to the brain. And as it's pulsing and pulsing, that's because it's delivering stuff to the baby, which means it's a natural process, a natural order of what is supposed to be delivered to the baby. Then you hold it for a long time, right? And that's more like what should happen, a natural birth. And it's always these psychopathic atheists sunken in depravity, They don't believe that. They don't believe the creator made it a special way. They don't believe that there's this perfect natural design. They think that their rats evolved and that it's all random and, medicine's like the best thing to ever happen. And that for the thousands of years before now, people barely were making it and all this crazy stuff. 9.8 pound baby, no drugs. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. The creator didn't make any mistakes. Yeah, of course. Wait until the cord goes limp. Yeah, oh yeah. So what they do is they take the baby out once the mom is, making the baby fight against it, like this crazy struggle, a bunch of pain, ripping through it. So the doctor's like, I have a schedule, I got to get out of here by now. I got other stuff to do. I got to make as much money as I can. So we're going to induce you. But it doesn't look like she might not want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to lie to her and scare her into thinking she needs to be induced because the baby is going to be dangerous. If the baby stays in there 3 days longer, it's because the baby's supposed to be in there 3 days longer because the creator's in control. You know what I'm saying? But no, they'll do whatever they can to just make sure to rush it out. And it's not, even if the baby's not ready to come out, and they'll induce the baby, and then they'll give you numbing agents, and they give you the epidural, and it makes you numb from the waist down. Then you're laying back against the baby's fighting up once being induced, and all this crazy synthetic pharmakia is messing with the whole natural order of things. The mom's put in this crazy state of fear. The baby's taken out, bam, they cut the umbilical cord super fast, then they take the baby away from the mother, and this is the first time the baby's out in the world. Right? They take the baby, they throw it in this tub, they wash her off, right, with this Johnson & Johnson. You know how they know all about health, right? As they genetically modified people. And they wash the baby, all the natural coating and all the natural stuff that's on the baby, wash it, get it all off. They literally then slap the baby. They slap the baby, bro. Why? Because literally their objective is to make the baby cry. That's their actual objective, openly, admittedly, right? Like, this is science. This is science and medicine. So they slap the baby after all that, trying to make the baby cry. They wipe it all off, dry it all off, wrap it in a blanket, and then they bring it back. Now, if you're a boy, it's not over yet. Not over yet. If you're a boy, they want to mutilate your little pee-pee as soon as you come out. Now, the tradition of circumcision was to wait till day 8 because of the clotting of blood. And there's actually science that has proven that there's this crazy window, like between the end of the 7th and the end of the 8th day, where the pain is like the pain receptors are like really, really low. And so actually, if you were going to snip the baby's penis, that would be the time to do it for multiple reasons. But no, they want to snip the baby's penis right when it comes out. So they do all this stuff to this baby. The baby doesn't know anything but the mother for 9 months. That's where the baby lives. Rips it out as they have to fight to get out, and then rips it away, cuts it. Now it's like struggling to breathe. It doesn't know what's going on. It's ripped away from the mom, so it's struggling to breathe. And it's got all of a sudden it's got its life support cut super fast. It's trying to figure everything out. Then they throw all these crazy smelling toxic chemicals on them. Oh no, it's not toxic. It's Johnson & Johnson and whatever. And then the baby's being traumatized from the time that it's born. Like I said, I'm not trying to make people feel bad, but I think that this has deeper, spiritually profound impacts. I like more so. I mean, I think that's why it's in place like that. I think it is not just. It has a lot to do with from their perspective, the doctors and the nurses. It's just like a business. It's getting in and out. It's a numbers game. It's just like what they do all the time. They become desensitized to it. They think it's normal. They've been convinced it's what's best for the baby and stuff. They don't even think about it. It's just second nature. They're just doing that. But like, who came up with these practices? Because of course, when they take the Hippocratic Oath, if you look at the original version of that oath, it's literally to Apollo. They snipped the baby's pee-pee in the U.S.? Oh, yeah. So, like, it was to Apollo, bro. And, side note, one of the names for the Antichrist is Apollyon. And then, of course, it says in Revelations, I think it's 18:3. For the merchants were great men on the earth, and by thy sorceries were all the nations deceived. It's just weird to me. Anyway, so they do all this, and the baby's basically traumatized. And you should be sitting there. It continues to get all of its nutrients. And, we could talk for hours and hours about, like, all these other little things. Then they put stuff in the baby's eyes, right? So they're like, oh, get the Hep B shot. Oh, get the vitamin K shot. 1,000 milligrams, which is like an adult dose whenever the baby's liver is brand new. There's no way the baby's liver needs 1,000 milligrams of anything injected into it. You know what I'm saying? Then they try to scare you and tell you all this crazy stuff to get you to do all this. And then they put these drops, this like goo in the baby's eyes, allegedly to like kill anything that happened during the birth, like that shouldn't be in there. Oh, you mean like the stuff that naturally comes with the birth from the way that it was designed? You mean the natural design of what's on the baby? What? It's so crazy. And I heard that could be really bad, and that's a big reason why people's eyesight gets messed up. And what's so crazy is this has been so normalized in society that all of these, like, we're becoming so advanced with medicine, but obviously proportionate to our advancement in medicine is cancer goes up, right? Diabetes goes up, SIDS goes up, that sudden infant death syndrome, right? All these, like, the poor eyesight goes up, obesity goes up. All these, like, negative qualities, negative health characteristics of the general population are going up per capita. And no one ever thinks to check back to the actual moment that they were born. Something else that's very crazy that we found is there's an argument that almost everyone alive now is traumatized at birth. Certainly almost everyone in like the birthing stage of their life. And no one really remembers it, but there's this like deep level trauma that you suffered that's kind of been compartmentalized in your mind. And some say that giving birth kind of can trigger that subconscious experience that you had of trauma. And it's what kind of causes a state of fear and tension within mothers, and it increases the pain. There are many women who have said that they barely have any pain at all. And it's almost always like this underlying spiritual aspect to them. Now, like, people get so triggered about this. I've never understood it. There are many, many, many thousands of women that will tell you that they gave birth and didn't have pain, and didn't tear, and had no pain. Some will even say it was like orgasmic. So when people get so triggered about this, I don't understand it, honestly. I truly don't understand it. But anyway, I think it's sad what's going on. And so, like I said, SIDS is just shot through the roof since all these advancements. And they call it sudden infant death syndrome. And they say it's inexplicable, unexplainable. No one knows what it is. Just unexplainable causes of death. And, tons of people will swear up and down that it was the jabs. And they got all these different shots, and then their baby was different. Noticeably different, because they want you to keep bringing the baby in and giving it shots all the time, like the first couple years, right? And like that, the baby was noticeably different afterwards and had breathing problems, and then would like die. Some of them die in the middle of the night and like suffocate to death or whatever it is, have all kinds of crazy reactions. So say you have perfectly healthy baby, they tell you to bring it in, they jab the baby. Next day, the baby dies. It has all kinds of crazy complications that the baby didn't have right before that. And then they'll classify it as sudden infant death syndrome and claim that they have no idea it's a mysterious, inexplicable death. It's not mysterious. It's not some confounding anomaly. Baby was fine. You got the baby. Injected the baby. Baby died. So I think it's very crazy what they do. And I just wanted to kind of cover some of those things. I think a lot of people may have heard a lot of them, but I encourage people to realize that it's a deep spiritual aspect to this where, like, you have to trust the creator and really realize the magnitude of how beautiful it is to be able to create life and what a gift it is and how it was designed that way. And that's what that's what he wants us to do. The creator made it so that we can have children, so that we can long for nothing and be complete and be fulfilled. And, all of a sudden women start to really understand and realize their purpose. And I think it's such a beautiful thing. And, it's not just some like random sensual desire that apes that turned into humans have, and now the hue of a man. But anyway, where they turned into people and all of a sudden, like, oh, they can't help it. They're just running around like cavemen and, oh, baby pops out. That's not how it works. It's this deep spiritual thing. And then when people understand that, hopefully they could learn to resonate with the fact that the creator's in control. He made this design, and the only thing that we could do is get in its way. And the more faith we have, the more smooth it would go. And that's how I see it. And so, I don't know. Hopefully our journey can kind of encourage other people. I know that there are younger couples that watch my channel, and a lot of younger men that watch my channel that are looking for wives and stuff, or dating or whatever. And hopefully that we can at least kind of encourage other people, to see how it goes down. So there's that. Like I said, sometimes things happen or whatever, but from my understanding, every time someone goes to a hospital to give birth, they're like vultures, and they want to dive bomb on you and be like, oh, do this and that. Oh, be scared of this. Oh, high risk this. Oh, let me cut you open. C-section. Oh, there's something wrong. C-section. So they can make their little $10,000 commission. And then they just traumatize the baby, and they traumatize the mother, and they tell all the mothers, you're going to be in pain. It's going to hurt terribly bad. You're going to rip, and you're going to tear. And I just think I don't know, man. I think it's crazy, bro. And we are not feeling what these people are putting down. Let's see if I can find this video. I'll play it for you guys. Okay, cool. Oh, it's super long though. Well, we'll watch through it. Kai, I haven't watched it, but Kai really strongly suggested it. So we're gonna watch it. A bit of an idea of some of a natural home birth. It's beautiful. So they don't know the gender, I guess, and we know the gender, but they get the parents to spiral. Yeah, I know, man. Like, get them all scared. It's crazy, bro. All right, let me pull it up over here from Telegram. You guys should check out Telegram, though. I don't know actually it's crazy how my eyes feel so tired and heavy as soon as I get in front of these lights. Okay. I don't even remember my Telegram. Is it? I think it might be t.me/WitsitGetsIt. Yeah. t.me/WitsitGetsIt, and then t.me/WitsitStreams. You can go to WitsitGetsIt. That's the channel. Anyway, I do suggest Telegram. I put it off for so long. I got on there. I'm like, what was I doing? That thing, Telegram is awesome. It actually is awesome. Like, almost too good to be true. All right. Paste this.
I think I fell in love. I think I fell in love, yes.
Alright, guys, some of you people may be immature. You just leave because I'm not trying to deal with the lambs. So if you're not capable of watching this, you start being ridiculous in the chat, you could just leave. Don't make it weird, bro. Alright. Ow. So this girl's having a natural home birth. I haven't actually watched it, but oh look, see, she's got the other children out there. They're on their front porch outside in a pool. Oh no, you need to come here in this hospital. It's the only way. All right, let's check out some of it. I'm gonna kind of go through it. Obviously, it's 20 minutes long. We're not gonna sit here that long at all, but watch some of it. This midwife trick is that helps you breathe baby out. Helps you to avoid tearing by not pushing when you feel the urge to bear down. Oh, breathe the baby out. Oh, never. It'd never be okay.
Conversation froze in time. Giving words that we said. Permission from your father to be mine. Your heart is sold in stone. Open candlelight. I came to search it out. It's a silver that glows. It makes me fall in love with you. Makes me fall in love.
He's crushing. Absolutely.
Might also want to try a different position, like just. Michelle, you said lean back. Yeah, like just think about you're on top of the surface of a bowl, right? The bowl is a circle, and if you kind of like you lean forward, lean back, lean side. I'm just trying to be as slow as possible. Oh no, I don't think it's gonna take longer.
So cool, dude. Just sit on the front porch with the babies out there. You see how different it looks than some of the other experiences you may have had or seen? No, it's impossible. It's impossible.
I think I fell in love. I think I fell in love yesterday. I think I fell in love. I think I
That's so beautiful. The baby's not crying. Yeah, the baby's just like chilling. And the whole fam got to sit there at their house.
He's the cutest little boy. Never seen a Daddy, hold on. Come and set your baby. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe it again. Oh, baby.
That's so cool, yo.
You're so cute.
I fell in love. I think I fell in love.
see how it's supposed to be, man? Not this like, look at how different this vibe is from what they got people doing.
I'm so happy for you.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, you said you wanted a girl too. See, you want to see your little baby?
Baby, but you were right. Right there.
Yeah, say hi, Daddy.
Baby. I got it.
You got a big sister and 3 big brothers.
Again, cat.
Oh my
I think it's so cool.
gosh. You came so fast.
That was so fast, right?
I was crushing. She wasn't joking.
Thought we had a boyfriend and I just assumed. Because that's a pattern too, right?
Then there's gonna be 2 more boys.
Aw. I think that's awesome, bro. Did the baby cry naturally at all? I didn't really hear any crying, bro. Like, I mean, when is the baby gonna cry here?
Oh, I'm just so happy Scout got her sister. I'm just trying to get comfortable. Little hand.
So cold.
Oh my god.
And the baby's like, oh,
She
right,
smells so good, doesn't she, guys?
No, no.
Let's get a blanket for her.
Baby's not even crying. Transferred to the dad.
What's wrong?
Oh, look how chill the baby is.
Alright, let's go see Sanford.
Kid,
Your other big brother. You're next after Sandy.
why? No.
Alright, one more minute and we'll let Scotty's turn. Here you go, your first time holding your sister.
That's too cool, man. That's too cool to me. I saw there was a little whimper. Yeah, I heard like a little exhale, like right when the baby was coming out, like right after. But yeah, that's just crazy. That's crazy, man. Everyone's crushing. Yeah, that was epic, man. And like that's when we've seen other videos we've watched together where it's like the woman's like smiling and just crushing, man, like just chilling. And I told some, like, just to put it, I told a room this on Discord, and there were some ballers in there, and they were just making fun of me. Wow, Witsit's such an idiot. Oh yeah, births that are like almost orgasmic and no tearing and no. What this guy's like, that shows you how like detached from reality people are, where they need the fear, they need the negativity, and yeah, I just think it's cool. I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's cool, man. It's just such a cool vibe. I think that's like what we were made to do. We were made to make children. So a lot of people, actually, believe it or not, have hit me up and they were like, why are you bringing a baby into this world? And you know, with this world being so crazy like it is and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I prayed to the creator of all things, and he answered and said, take a wife and children. I think he may know more than you do, you little special boy truthers on the internet that know the world's going to end every 2 months. I think you may not know as much as the creator. And so I want people to realize, like, I'm 30. I wouldn't say I regret anything, but if I go back in time, I wish somebody would have maybe been like, you need to start crushing and making babies now when I'm like 20 or 22. I think a 20-year-old has a baby. A lot of these immature people running around doing very regrettable, crazy things would grow up and realize the importance and beauty of life much faster. I think that's a huge trick. Anyone that watches me and they're younger, don't let society lie to you and take away such a beautiful gift that we're given. Don't let them put you in a state of fear as to how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, not to do it. Right? Like, It just doesn't make any sense. Actually, Kai sent me a couple other things where they're pushing this narrative super hard where they don't want people to have advice. I took your advice and did that several months ago. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, brother. Okay, look, here's a CNN article. Just to get a perspective here. How dare you not be scared? I think that is how we win as truthers. You don't wallow around in fear. You don't stay complacent. You don't worry about what everyone else thinks. You don't make decisions out of fear. You don't think that you're a special boy and you don't need to talk to the creator, or he's not in control, or you can define the creator however you want to. I don't know everything about the creator. I can't put the creator in a box. You know, I don't want to try to pretend I know all about it or put the creator in a box and make all these definitive claims. I don't want to try to define it myself. I also want to accept it for what it is. Now, I just want people to realize that any chance you watch that birthing presentation? We haven't seen that yet, actually. Thank you for reminding me. You sent me that on Discord, I think, right? We will check it out. Let me get this sent over. Because obviously this is the opposite of what they want you to do. And like the way that you win is like, this is an epic time to be alive. We're watching this huge divide. All of a sudden these people talking, it's really easy to see what's going on. We live in this time of the revelation of the fact that the earth is a much more beautiful, different place than we were told is coming out, where we live in this crazy time of like mass awakening. And like, just because there's a huge shift and there's like, and the world is getting so like seemingly polarized and stuff, that doesn't mean it's bad. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean it's bad. And truthers need to be like getting married and making babies. And that doesn't mean like getting married in the sight of the government and getting a certificate where they can have a say in your marriage. And, you know, the marriage license, you need a license for that, which is otherwise illegal, like a permit. You need permission to do something. That's what a license is. So, but that's actually only if you accept their game, right? Getting married is not illegal. The government doesn't get you married. You get married in the sight of the creator, bro. Like, that's where you get married. It doesn't, I'm saying getting married as in like a man manning up, being a man, you know, and being like, I want to marry this woman, take this woman, and protect and provide for her forever and make babies. And then crush and go get some chickens, grow a garden, homeschool your children, make a bunch of them, pass forth the things that you learn, work together, and we create the next generation. We put the next generation of legends out there. And I mean like legend, like a bunch of legends, those which help you read and interpret a map, the map of the future setting that we are approaching. We need legends out there crushing and literally interpreting the map for the people around them. And you know, that's what is going to make or break the future. Right? So yeah, you don't have to tell you tell the government you're getting married if you want to. You don't need their permission to. Anyway, I just don't know. I get kind of disheartened. It's disheartening sometimes when I see some of these truthers. It's like, how can you know so much and know so little? I mean, anyway, let's check this out. Let's check out what the grabblers are pushing in this regard. Obviously, we won't be doing too much of that. It just kills the vibe after we just had a crushing vibe, but he 19 when I had him. He's 22 now. Nice. Okay, so this is CNN. Why more women are deciding not to have kids? Probably because they're brainwashed. I was gonna guess. Someone was never someone who dreamed of becoming a mother. From an early age. No, thank you. From an early age, she knew deep down that she didn't want children. No, she didn't. No, women know instinctively that they want children. Maybe it stemmed from seeing her mother sacrifice her dream of becoming a flight attendant. She had a dream of becoming a flight attendant. Wow. And worked 3 jobs to raise 2 kids alone. All right, I'm gonna come on the screen here. Oh yeah. Dude, I served the I just answered you, bro. Why you all capping me, man? I just answered you. I haven't seen it yet. All right. So I just think this is funny. So from an early age, she knew deep down that she didn't want children, even though from an early age, women are like little girls immediately want to be a mother. Certainly when they see their mom be a mother, and they just instinctively want to the point where the number one toy that you get little girls is baby dolls, because they just instinctively know that they want to be a mother one day, and they want to have a family, and they run around acting like the baby's real, and they take care of the baby. They want to be like their mom, and their mom... Let me make this bigger. I don't know if it changes live for you guys. Sorry. I'm a OBS boomer still. Anyway, so that's just a stupid statement, but obviously this whole thing is going to be stupid. Maybe it stemmed from seeing her mother sacrifice her dream of becoming a flight attendant. Her dream of having a bunch of other men and women boss her around and tell her what to do, and she just goes up and down the aisle with the cart all day. I'm not bashing you, that's your job, but that's your dream? That's your dream? Oh man. Yah forbid you make beautiful babies and you crush like this woman on her front porch with her whole family sitting there making a beautiful family that's there for you no matter what, and you all grow together and crush on your front porch in some water with a natural birth where you don't even have much pain at all, and the baby barely cries and everyone's just crushing, having the best time ever, and you have all these people you build around you that love you. No, go to work every day 9 to 5. That's women equality. That's equality. Her dream of becoming a flight pilot. I'm sorry. If I'm offending you, I don't care. So anyway, that's just so stupid from the beginning. And worked 3 jobs to raise 2 kids. Or maybe it was the other endeavors interested her more. I'm always looking forward to the next thing, said Volek, who works in local government in San Francisco. Works for the government. Women are being so deceived. It's insane, bro. They think that this is empowering, I guess. It's insane. What's empowering is you have something that only women have. The ability to make babies and to carry them and to feel them move around inside of you and grow and connect with them and raise them and nurture them. And you have empathy and qualities of nourishment that not all people have. Just women have it, and it completes you. Completes you. Becoming a wife and having children, that's what you're supposed to do. Being a parent was never one of them. And like, that's not even true. That's not true at all. My offensive people here too, but it's like when a woman says she's gay. I never liked men. That's not true either. There's no such thing as women that are gay. In my opinion, there's no such thing. You might not like men right now. Might have some bad experiences with men. You didn't always hate men. No, that's not what happened. Little Johnny on the football team didn't think you were cute, and now you're triggered forever or whatever. Like, It's the same thing with this. I don't want to digress too much, but anyway. Still, the idea of not having children seemed taboo, so she didn't dwell on it much. It wasn't until a few years ago when she started getting serious with her partner. She really reckoned with her feelings. By the time she and her husband got married last November, they had reached a conclusion. They didn't want kids. Okay, well, that means he's a little gamma. Volek is now 30. I'm not trying, if I'm offending you, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to somewhat integrate humor, and I do think this is super important. Just look around. We need truthers, like as in people that care about the truth and stand up for what's right, to live for the Creator, to get married, to make babies, to homeschool, to raise them the right way. That is the only hope that we have with the future going forth. Not giving children gives her a sense of freedom where she can work 9 to 5 and be miserable and have no one that actually truly loves her for who she is. And she's constantly alone, crying, taking all kinds of pharmaceutical medicine that she's addicted to as she spirals in and out of all kinds of depressions and emotions that just flood her brain with no control and no man to set any type of order in place for her. Now that they're vaxxed, she and her husband have been able to eat at restaurants, attend concerts, and travel without worrying about risking their child's safety. What? I thought they didn't have children. The fact this is in there. Dude, the fact that it is 2022, so therefore I can read an article that says, now that they're vaxxed, she and her husband have been able to eat at restaurants. What is the world, bro? You almost forget about how crazy it was. They can work toward retiring early, a goal that would be otherwise unattainable in a city as expensive as theirs. And in their day-to-day life, they have plenty of time for themselves. Oh, they're selfish. That's what you're saying. Olga is one of a growing number of women in the U.S. who are opting to not have children. Part of the trend is this part. Yeah, not having children. That's been underway for more than a decade. Yeah. They've been attacking the natural order of things. That's correct. Since 2007, the nation's birth rate has been declining about 2% each year on average. Is that real? I don't know about that. Despite early speculation about a pandemic baby boom, the word I can't say unless I'm bowing down, prices accelerated the decline even further, with births falling by 4% last year. Blah, blah, blah. So here's their conclusions. They don't want the responsibility. Wow. She's a project manager. She's crushing. She's so happy that she's miserable. Duh. She's so miserable. She's incredibly happy and free. I felt like too great of a responsibility. The idea of pregnancy scared her. Still, she says she felt pressured to feel differently. You felt pressured to feel different. And this is what I got to say. Women need men to kind of give them a reality check. I'm just being honest. Now, some women are crushing. They're awesome, and they're way more based than a bunch of the men that are going around today. Don't get it twisted. There's a natural order to everything. But, I mean, women need a man. It's just the facts. As it turns out, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they don't want responsibility. They're selfish and immature and irresponsible. Got it. They fear a lack of support. Well, maybe if you would actually just be a genuine, honest person and find someone that has morals and lives for the Creator with moral guidelines, then you would always have a support. And then once you know you always have that support, you build a family, you have more and more support. Have you ever considered that? Have you considered not living sunken in depravity and selfishly? Have you ever considered maybe that's why marriage is a thing? So you have support? Has anyone considered that? They're scared that someone may not want to stick around with them as they run around and sleep with every dude that they meet, dressing half naked, posting pictures with their boobs hanging out on Instagram every day. They're afraid that they may have no support. Anyway, what's the next one? This is women are so empowered by being by themselves, and they don't want to be single mothers unless the government's going to take care of them. They like their life as it is. Oh, they actually don't, though. They're miserable. They just don't realize that they're miserable. This right here's a big trick, too. Everyone just replaces children with animals. Not that animals are bad. I love them. We have a cat. We want to get a dog, but we're going to make babies. Love animals, but if you think that somehow replaces a child, I've never had a child, to be fair. But everyone that I talk to that I trust and respect their opinion, they said there is no comparison, there is no replacement, there is nothing better. Anyway. But they're still judged for their choice. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway. Akai sent me that, but that is kind of ridiculous. So, as well as not taking ownership of your own situation and blaming everyone else. Yeah. This is the thing. So they're basically getting people, trying to get people to do everything opposite of the natural order. And Enoch, which was removed, tells you, like, whenever the Watchers took the women as wives and they were like trying to petition Yah to forgive them, and he's like, nah, bro, you broke the rule. He's like, you weren't given that. I gave man women for wives and the right to and the ability to have children. I gave mankind that so that they long for nothing. But you broke the order, then you know what you did is unforgivable, and you will not be forgiven. Your petition is denied effectively. So that they long for nothing. That sounds like it might be pretty important, don't it? Like, doesn't it? It sounds like maybe you should look into it. And I will say this, like I said, I've already seen how much it started to make me grow, and I can just tell. It's like I'm gonna change as a person. I'm gonna be a different Austin. Like, I'm gonna grow up so much more, and I'm gonna like see the world so differently. And I want to make a bunch of children. We're thinking like 5, and it's gonna be so beautiful. I'm like, the trick is to try to get you not to do it. The trick is to get the women to want to be subservient, and of course, you have to be a strong man in order to lead, or they shouldn't follow you, right? But and they trick the woman into thinking that going and working in the workplace is gonna make them happy, and it's not. But yeah, so that's the first deception, right? Is to not have children, and then if then you can go around murdering babies, and it's fine if you do end up getting pregnant, because that's the natural consequence of having sex. That's why it's literally a thing. And then of course the rest is like how they get you to have the birth and what they do to the babies. And what's funny is I told you guys about that video, that interview with that guy. Let's see if I can find it. I'm obviously gonna have to go to DuckDuckGo. There's an order. There's a natural order from top to bottom of everything, even in physics and the natural world itself, which proves a creator. Any type of order, like the amount of order in this world, proves a creator. Five is the number we have now. She wants more too. Hey. That's what I'm talking about, bruh. You know, some people don't like that I say stuff like bruh. Like, just get over it. Oh my God. Okay, I think I found it. Yeah. We're about to play it. Let's watch this video, and it's going to put into context what leads up to the childbirth thing. And then I think, we'll just kind of finish off explaining how I think that we need to stand up for the children, and we need to right the ship and don't go down with it. Don't be prideful. Like, I know people in my life that they'll never really look into like the whole, like how many shots they give babies right from the beginning and stuff, because they did that. They did that with their children, and it makes them uncomfortable. They don't want to ever think about it. They'd rather convince themselves the lie is true, like people do with the earth. And that's like the weakest, lamest thing you could ever do, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm gonna watch this video. This is gonna sum a lot of this up.
Well, one of the things they told me was that he was at the house one night, and we were talking, and he started laughing. He said, "Aaron, what do you think women's liberation was about?" And I said, I had pretty conventional thinking about it at that point. I said, I think it's about women having the right to work, getting equal pay with men, just like they won the right to vote, you know? And he started to laugh. He said, you're an idiot. And I said, why am I an idiot? He said, let me tell you what that was about. We, the Rockefellers, funded that.
He said, I don't know why you're an idiot. Why are you going to ask me why you're an idiot?
I said, I think it's about women having the right to work, getting equal pay with men, just like they won the right to vote, you know? And he started to laugh. He said, you're an idiot. And I said, why am I an idiot? He said, let me tell you what that was about. We, the Rockefellers, funded that. We funded women's lib, you know? And we're the ones who got all over the newspapers and television, the Rockefeller Foundation. He says, and you want to know why? He says, there were two primary reasons. And they were, one reason was we couldn't tax half the population before women's lib. And the second reason was, now we get the kids in school at an early age. We can indoctrinate the kids how to think. It breaks up their family. The kids start looking at the state as the family, as the school, as the officials, as their family, not as the parents teaching them. And so those are the two primary reasons for women's lib, which I thought up to that point was a noble thing. You know, when I saw their intentions behind it, where they were coming from when they created it, the thought of it, I saw the evil behind what I thought was a noble venture.
Aaron, did you know that Gloria Steinem, in one of her own books, now admits the CIA funded Miss Magazine?
No, I had no idea about that. No, I never heard that.
Yeah, we're going to...
CIA funded Miss Magazine?
Funded Miss Magazine with the stated goal of taxing women and breaking up the family.
No kidding. I never heard that. Well, Nick told me. I mean...
That's pretty crazy. Why are you so scared to talk about the truth of the earth and Zionism, though? I'm confused. Oh, anyway.
Of taxing women and breaking up the family.
No kidding. I never heard that. Well, Nick told me. I mean, I know it, but not because I know the CIA was involved in it.
Well, Gloria Steinem was proud of it. Oh, the CIA wanted to help women.
No kidding.
So they funded it, yeah. And of course, it's divide and conquer.
Right,
and
of course.
What they do is they focus in, obviously, on real problems. Women were getting shafted in many ways, but the elite wasn't planning to help them. They were planning to really shaft them and take men away from them. Look at what they did with black families. You only had about 10% illegitimacy 50 years ago in black communities, and now it's over 90%. And look at welfare. You were going to give you some money, but you can't have a man in the house.
Right.
And so that was...
You know, it trips... Yo. In the world. Oh, sorry. I turned off my headphone. What trips me out is every time Alex Jones like interviews someone, he just doesn't let them talk and he interrupts them constantly. And now he just like baller-esque monologue about something not related. Like this guy was ladling gravy about a conversation he had with the Rockefellers. We get it, Alex. You got the documents. We get it.
Man in the house.
Right.
And so that was further to degrade the family. Totally destroyed. And now illegitimacy is over 50% in the general population.
Right. Well, see, the whole thing is these people control the money, so they make all the rules. You understand? And they put whatever rules they want into effect. And the truth is, America has really become a socialist, communistic country. And everybody says it's a capitalistic country. It's not a capitalistic country. You know, how can it be capitalistic when you have a central bank? That's the first. It can't be. You know,
It's a planned economy.
It's a planned economy. It's a phony. If they want to create prosperity, they just print dollars. They just make dollars or put digits into the economy.
Why are you guys saying that?
Now you have prosperity. You don't have real prosperity. You don't have real manufacturing. You just have money being injected in. It's an infusion of credit,
Which only makes the government go into more debt.
Into more debt. But the point I'm trying to make is that by creating this Federal Reserve System, the government now became dependent on these private banks for money. And they started taxing us, you see. And so now what happens is that in 35, I believe it was, Social Security started. And they gave Social Security cards, said not to be used for identification, the Social Security number right on the card, right? And through Social Security, they started deducting money out of your paycheck. That was the first time they were ever could take money out of your paycheck, because people agreed to it because they thought it was going to their retirement fund. And so then when they instituted the income tax again, they started taking money out of your paycheck because Social Security could do it. And then they could do it again.
Are you guys literally not going to go back to the topic?
You see what I'm saying?
And so now they've even taken control of the tax.
And now what's happened, the Rockefeller family, and he,
Whoa, she's been in the game that long? Yeah. I think she's a robot now. Just stay tuned for the clone stream. If you guys can't handle the gravy, this is not the channel for you. By the way, I want to say this is pretty funny so people get it, right? I only have 12,500 subs, right? I'm super censored, obviously. I've literally seen hundreds of people sub to my channel one night, and then my channel never changed the amount. And then the main game is they just keep you off there, but I just want to say this. Yeah, you should realize that although I've decided to do this full time and something's going to have to happen where I'm actually getting donations or I'm not going to be able to do it. But even with that being the case, I'm not going to like capitulate to what is needed to be done to get more views or something. I'm going to cover all the gravy no matter what, even if you guys think it's crazy. And, it's quality over quantity. If you're, I make my streams for those with eyes to see. This isn't for the people that aren't allowed to see it. You're not allowed to see it. You're not supposed to see it. But anyway, I know that was a bit of I digress, but yeah, like I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to do that and see what happens. I trust the creator. I mean, it doesn't work out, doesn't work out. I do have a baby coming on the way, obviously. We've been talking about it all night. So we'll have to figure it out, but I just want you guys to know that we're about to start ladling gravy from all kinds of subjects, and I don't care how crazy you think it is. We are speaking about the truth no matter what. Just a public service announcement.
Stop
Let's watch her pre-clone.
the payment of taxes, or any of the big issues that face Americans, right? So I had a friend, Nick Rockefeller, okay, who was one of the Rockefeller family, and he, when I was running for governor in Nevada, he came to me, introduced himself to me through an attorney, and we became friends. We started talking about things, and I learned an awful lot from Mr. Rockefeller. And one of the things that we used to talk about was the ultimate plan of the banking industry, what they wanted to accomplish. And the goals of the banking industry, not just the Federal Reserve System, but the private banks in Germany and England, all over Italy, all over the world, they all work together. They're all central banks, and they're all part of the Communist Manifesto.
You guys are killing my vibe. Just the beginning was the actual important point. Hey, check them out. Isabella Live 2.0. Thank you for becoming a member. Everybody give a round of applause. Miss Sweat level 1. Thank you very much. Much love. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, we are I got a member goal here, and we are 16.33% there. So 33. Oh my gosh. So we only got, I set a goal. It was like a month and a half, 2 months when I set it. So 24 days. I got to get 250 members in 24 days to meet my goal. Because I'm trying to make this sustainable. It currently is not. But thank you for becoming a member, brother. So anyway, the part that I was playing there was that they came up with the women's liberation movement, and it was to for one, they could only tax half the population at the time, and for two, they wanted to get the children in the education system to indoctrinate them faster. And I just think that the move is to crush make babies into homeschool and homestead, but like homeschooling is such a crucial point. I know some people, you have to work your way to it and find a way to do it where the family can be supported, and then you can find a way to be at home and teach them and stuff like that, and I get it. I saw someone say, just keep doing it and it'll come. Thank you, man. That's the idea. Needs to come sooner than later, obviously, but like I said, I trust the creator. We'll see what happens. Tell them Cash App helps you more tax free, my guy. Yeah, Cash App is A1. A1. I think the reason I'm cool with the member or patrons is it's residual. So we can have a little bit of sustainability. Like, you know, I mean it when I say support you like it goes away. I do. I help tons of people on like Patreon and YouTube memberships or like random Cash Apps and stuff to people. But like, what is, if everyone that watches my streams consistently, we don't have to talk about this too much, honestly, but like I get about 3,500 to 4,000 views every stream right now. If everyone just donated $1, then we'd be good. But anyway, so the point is that the children are the future, and they've set up a paradigm, certainly by 2022, where they're like traumatized. They're traumatized from birth. They're indoctrinated. They're taking all kinds of their immunity away. They're creating all types of like lifelong illnesses. They tell the mothers like, oh, be scared to do this and do this and do this, and they never take responsibility for their actions. And they're like void of liability, and they have all these loopholes. The government protects them. And it's this crazy vicious cycle where they put the scope on your children, and then first they put it on your womb, and they try to get you not to have children. And it's crazy. It's crazy, and you must know why. They don't want informed, knowledgeable truthers making babies. That's like the number one thing that they're afraid of. Hey, Mr. Plant became a member. Thank you very much. Everyone give him an applause. Mr. Plant, thank you, and welcome to the Miss Swits. Really appreciate it. So, I think that's how you beat them. Now, you shouldn't go get a wife and make babies. I asked some childbirth questions on Cash App. All right, cool. I'll read them in just a sec. You shouldn't make babies out of like resentment, but tactically speaking, this is how you beat them. You know what I'm saying? And this is probably the number one thing that they're afraid of. Covered a lot of like the number one thing they're afraid of. Thank God you guys are doing the water birth. Yeah. Tax-free tips. Are you spelling her name Aliyah? Yes. It's not AA, it's ALIYAH. Yes, sir. Thank you, Eric, for the Cash Apps. Best device. Take a village support system. I hear you, brother. I'm gonna send you 38.47 for a case of diapers payday. Sweet. Thank you for the donations. Wow, I did not know that was a thing. That is super lame. Notchback, thank you for pledging to be a $5 patron. Hey. Thank you very much. Thank you, Eric. The Cash App support. Case of diapers. Yeah, I guess diapers are going to be expensive, huh? I love the YouTube comment about RSS. Much love. Comment. Thank you, Jonathan, for the Cash App. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Like a comment on the videos. Aaron Moorfield says, keep playing. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Keep playing. If you're talking about like keep making content, I got you. Will do. And thank you for the super chat. It's appreciated. Much love. Politicians are allergic to gravy. Love and respect for bringing truth forward. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, I think politicians now are like allergic to being human. I don't even know. The hue of a man. It's hard to break that habit, human. I don't know. Did anyone else have a problem like breaking the word saying planet? That one got me for a while. Thank you guys for the super chats. I checked PayPal. We're good on there. We're caught up on Cash App. So yeah, if you want to send a donation and send a message, you can go to paypal.me/inaworld. You can send a message with the donation. You can go to Cash App, $WitsitGetsIt, and you can send a shorter message, longer on PayPal, a little bit shorter on Cash App. Those go directly to me. Those are pretty cool. And then you can go to WitsitGetsIt.live. Witsit gets it. Live. And yeah, you can send a donation message through that system, although it's been like still pending and I haven't gotten any of that, but whatever. How do you feel about newborn shots, American from Cash App? I'm against all of them. I don't support any of them at all whatsoever. Amanda pledged $5 on Patreon. Hey, thank you, Amanda. Much love. I don't know if that's who it was earlier and it's just now telling me, but thank you very much. Didn't know that some little dinosaur was going to pop up and I'll have to figure that out. I think I'm going to switch over to Streamlabs and try it out on the next stream, so we're going to do that. And again, Friday night we have the debate with Bryant Myers, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's the VSMA physicist we had a conversation with on Jeranism. Jaron will be the moderator, so make sure you tune in for that. And then there will be a question and answer segment at the end of that. So if you super chat questions for him or me, we'll read them off at the end. No jabs. Hey, there's a dinosaur again with your complete fake pseudoscience. Thank you, Amanda. I do want to keep that on. That's cool that it does that. I didn't even know it did that. But I got to change the notification. That's super lame. So sorry about that. Dinos with that little sound. I might turn the sound back on, though, because I don't want to ever miss them. What's the experiment you were talking about where the people were losing like an ounce of weight after they died? It's called... Dang, what is that called, dude? Does anyone else remember? It's like the 21 grams or something like that. I'll look it up. It's called like 21 grams. Like when they died, they weighed a little bit less right after they died. Yeah, it's called the 21 grams experiment. 1907, Duncan McDougall. Pretty crazy. They try to discredit it, of course. They don't want you to know you have a soul. Totally done having kids myself. I'll be 47 on Saturday. Fair enough. You've already made some children. I'll allow it. Kai was just telling me a story about this woman who had like her 8th kid at 45. Everyone was freaking out and then everything was fine. Water weight, dehydrated. I think that he accounted for all the other stuff in the body, though. It's kind of what's so crazy about it. He accounted for all the weight. So I don't know. Accounted for like all the different variables. It was really crazy. And some people like lost less than others. Wow, Sean Griffin pledged a very generous Patreon pledge. $50. Check him out. Thank you very much, Sean, for the support on Patreon. I will add you guys to the intro too. That was very generous, bro. Thank you, man. Wow. I appreciate it. Scientologists have looked for the soul after someone died and they didn't find it. Scientologists. Oh, I missed the notification. What did that say? How dare you? These lights get me. So I want to do my streams a little bit earlier than this right here, just so you guys know. Oh, someone sent a super chat? Missed a super chat? Oh, that's just way delayed. Well, thank you anyway, brother. All right, cool. So, like I said, I'm super tired. It's 1:30 here. I'm trying to wake up a little bit earlier. So I just wanted to kind of cover some of the stuff that we've learned. There's a ton more. Wow, big 5-0, nice one. Yeah, that's very generous. It's incredible and greatly appreciated. Yeah, I think if like we get the members up where people like on YouTube, they'll toss me $5, $10 a month, and we can get that up to the goal. That'll help a lot. Of course, YouTube does take 30% or whatever, and then we can get the Patrons up a bit. Like what I'm gonna do is we're gonna have like Patreon exclusive stuff, and we're gonna have YouTube member exclusive stuff like member only chats and member only streams. And people are gonna hate and say whatever they want to say. I don't care. I don't care what they say. This show tonight won me over, man. Oh, nice. Glad to hear. Let's go rally time. Ooh, ooh. Thanks for your time. Yeah, of course. Love the late night shows. Where I'll still do some late shows, but I don't want to do like every night 11 o'clock, and then I don't get to. I mean, I'm streaming at 1:32 in the morning. Like I probably will always kind of stay up late. I think that we've been lied about how much sleep we need, but I mean, I don't think I'm gonna stay up super late and wake up super early. It catches up to me, man. It hit me. Like I was so tired. Home birth is safer than hospital birth. The U.S. has one ODMF. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I would believe that. Also, the soul is the choice. Beings with choice have a soul. Yeah, I agree with that. No, don't do that. What about the rest of us? Don't do what? What are you talking about? I feel it. Yeah, I gotta mix it in with some earlier streams. I mean, I might still do night streams. I haven't fully decided, but just maybe not like 11, 11:30, 12, It's a bit. Congratulations on being noted as a super genius and official #1 logical debater known or around by Mindshock podcast. The man literally teaches logic and says you're #1. Oh, wow. Well, thank you for the compliment there, Mindshock. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm kind of tired. I do appreciate all the support. Jaren and I are doing a summit, a virtual summit, November 11th, 11/11. And it should be super cool. I don't know if some of you guys may have heard of it. Question and Answers became a Patreon. Hey. Question and Answers, stay supporting, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for signing up at Patreon. Much appreciated. Like I said, I'll be dropping some perks and updating the Patreon page, dropping some exclusive stuff. And of course, your name will be in the intro as a patron. But thank you very much. I gotta go clean the pigs, but I'm still listening. Much love. Do all you can now. Once the baby arrives, a couple months of irregular sleeping for the parents. Congrats and believing for a healthy birth. The world needs more Witsits. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, I've heard about the sleep thing. As long as I'm drinking enough water and eating pretty healthy, and if I am working out enough, then I don't get that tired. But I haven't been doing those things enough. I haven't. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Should be cool. I still have to find a way to pump out streams, right? So we're gonna. Yeah. The summit sounds amazing. Can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. The world needs more Witsits. For God's thanks, man. That's a very kind sentiment. We're gonna try to make at least 5 more, bro. Yeah, the summit has crazy guests. It's gonna be super cool. It's virtual, so you can come and go if you can't be there the whole day. It's the 11th and the 12th. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's like a crazy lineup. We may have another couple of people that are epic join as well. We don't know, but as is right now, it's insane. Yeah, and thanks for entertaining us. I appreciate you and your. Thank you. When Aaliyah comes, try to get her on a schedule ASAP. Real talk, my guy. Yeah, that's what I hear. Already bought my ticket. Hey, shout out to Andrew. Knows what's up. Especially those of us who can't make it to Flattoberfest. Yeah, exactly. That's it's not a replacement for Flattoberfest, right? You can't replace Flattoberfest. It's in person. So it's like an in-person experience that can't really be replicated. And like I said, we're dropping exclusive music for Flattoberfest. It's gonna be dope. So stay tuned. And then Kai and I are performing there, and then I'm giving my speech, and a lot of people are giving epic speeches, and it's just a cool vibe. So it's cool. I think Dr. Law will probably be cooking some really good food for those that eat meat and those that do not. So it should be cool. Number one mention could have been his third last FE debate podcast, logical analysis. Not sure, but somewhere there. Someone did send me that he said some kind words. I heard some of it, so that might be what you're talking about. Yeah, he was like giving me some pretty nice compliments. But yeah. So anyway, and we play. Go flatearthfestivals.com. That's October 21st through the 23rd. Oktoberfest. Super cool. If you've never been to one and you can make it out to South Carolina, it's definitely worth it. It's pretty epic. Great show tonight. Thank you very much. And then I'll show you guys the website that we got. I think we got it pretty much all finished up. I'll drop it in the chat. And this is for, you can use the promo code Witsit50. Get 50% off the tickets. Oh yeah. There it is. True Earth, Mount Meru Summit. So you get 50% off these prices right here, obviously. No one should be paying full price. Every speaker's got 50% off. We set it up to where you get it through whatever speaker you want to support specifically, or you're most excited to go and see, and they get a cut of the ticket. And a good one. So that's cool. We're just trying to show the love and support and get everyone to support each other and kind of. I wrote this up here as like a good idea to have like high vibrations. I mean it. Like the amount of information that is going to be shared here, and like the spectrum of information is going to be crazy. It's going to kind of help people know where to go from there. Just cool, man. It is going to be dope. So we got David Avocado Wolf, Amanda Vollmer, Dave Murphy, Brian from High Impact Flicks, Marty Leeds, Dave Weiss, Bob Nodell, Caleb Davis from TikTok, Iru Landucci, Sean Hibbler, Ben from Taboo Conspiracy, Jaron, myself, Peggy Hall, Conspiracy Music Guru, Chris Crumb, Owen Benjamin, and Alex Stein. What a freaking lineup, bro. I'd admit, that's pretty epic. And yeah, there's the website. You can go there. And it's not till November 11th. So cool. Oh, whoa. You guys calm down. It's a good price, amazing lineup. Yeah, it's cool. Hopefully it gets on YouTube. Well, it's not going to be like not publicly releasing that. You got to go get your tickets. If you pay for your tickets, you have access to it though, even if you're not able to make it live or see all of them or whatever. Awesome. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, nice. Dave Murphy. Love listening to Dave. Yeah. Bunch of legends. So anyway, we'll talk more about that in the future. Should be cool. And I think I don't even know if there are VIP tickets left. If there are, there's only a limited amount of VIP tickets. And that's where you get to interact and engage with the speakers directly. You get inside the actual call and stuff like that. There's a bunch of perks for VIP and general admission, but a bunch of the VIP get special perks. Like speakers are giving special perks about what they have to offer. They're giving special things like Marty Lee's giving special free memberships and stuff like that. And so it's got a bunch of perks coming. It's pretty cool. It's dope. It's gonna, and we're still kind of working everything out, but it's gonna be really dope. And yeah, cool. That's the virtual event. And then again, Flattoberfest is October 23rd or 21st to the 23rd. And that's also really dope. Hit me up. Austin Bob doesn't have my accountant. I'm not sure what that means, bro. Sleepy time. I feel you, man. Virtual event. How I get in there? You buy a ticket. You buy the ticket for the virtual event, and then we give you the information beforehand to get you in. VIP 59 ticks left. Oh, nice. 150. Yeah, but you can. It's everything's 50% off. Where did I get the tickets? Use Witsit 50. You want to support you want to support me through it, right? Or whatever, different speaker that you do. Well, you get 50% off. So VIP 75, general admissions 50. And you get to hear all those speakers over the course of 2 days. Comedy from Owen Benjamin, comedy from Alex Stein, maybe comedy from another legend like Legend. And you got like Peggy Hall, all kinds of people. It's going to be crazy. Heard, yeah. And you have till November 11th, right? I guess the VIPs would I think that may run out. But anyway, so there you go. That's the 2 things coming up. We got, like I said, Flytoberfest. Kai and I are going to work on this music and get some exclusive stuff dropped for there, and we'll be performing it. So that should be pretty fire. Then I got a presentation I'm going to do. Actually, both of these events. So I'll be doing a presentation of Flytoberfest. Should be cool. And you saw even Kingdom and Context is going to be there doing a presentation. It's going to be epic. Is it in your link to copy ticket? Yeah. Yep. The link I'm dropping right here is where you go to get the ticket. And then when you get there and you go to the right side of the page, there'll be apply a coupon and just type in Witsit50. It'll take 50% off. No world. That's about. All right, cool. Thank you guys for kicking it. Yeah, I just thought that I wanted to kind of put my my feelings on all this out in the ether. How dare you, Ron Diggity Prepper? I'll be there. That's what I'm talking about. That'll be epic. You can obviously talk to the people that go there. Like, yeah. Talk more about it later. I'm tired. But and like I said, you go to flatearthfestivals.com and go out to Flattoberfest if you can make it. It's super fire. There's nothing you can do to replace like in-person interaction. It's really cool. It really is. All right, cool. Those are the events coming up. Like I said, today's Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the next day. Friday night, Jaren's moderating the debate between me and Bryant Myers, 9 p.m. Eastern on my channel. We'll have a question and answer segment at the end. So if you super chat any questions throughout the debate, then cool. That should be cool. Not allowed to enter the U.S. Damn. Because you're organic. Love you, homie, Austin. Not sure about the ether, but we love you. I'm guessing that meant to say ether. Yeah, it's all good. There has to be something outside the metaphysical world that sustains electromagnetic energy, but to each their own. Maybe do a call-in show or have guests. Yeah, I'm going to end up doing one. I had to get it all worked out with OBS, how to figure out how to get it through. I think I might have figured it out. It's going to be interesting to see how the crowd reacts when I put forward my evidence for where Satan actually lives right now. Well, it should be a fun weekend. Oh, check it out. Check it out. All right, thank you guys for kicking it. Basically, the whole summary here is, I think, one of the major ways that we actually kind of set the future up and kind of change the tides or need to progress. I think it's a great awakening, and not to hijack that lame little term that people use for like Q and the white hats and all that nonsense. But a lot of people are waking up. It is a great awakening. We live in the time of great deception, and people will come to and from, and knowledge will increase, and we may be in that time. I don't know how long that is. Could be 70 years. Like I said, I prayed about a wife and children, and the Creator said, take a wife and children. And here I am with the wife immediately having a child, right? And so the Creator knows more, and so I think that it's kind of our duty as being part of this generation, of course, a span of generations, waking up to a bunch of the deceptions, that instead of being selfish or anything like that, we need to let me make sure this is trying to prevent the echo that's always on at the end. Yeah, what we need to do is we need to get married, and we need to have what's your coupon code for the summit? Witsit50, WITSIT 50, 50% off. So that's it. Apply that code in the coupon code section, and then it'll leave you 50% off. Properties. Cancel. Dang, I don't even know if I can do this. Oh, you guys gotta bear with me for just a second, just so I can set this up. Thank you for the super chat, Linda. I'm gonna have to switch the scenes real fast just so I can set this up the right way. All right, there we go. Hopefully that fixed it. If it didn't fix it, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, thank you guys for kicking it. My whole point was, look, they did all kinds of crazy stuff. They got the woman. This is going to be the rapid fire succession here. It's a rapid fire session. So they got women laying on their back with their feet up, where the baby has to fight against it and then take the baby out. You know, clamp the umbilical cord super fast, even when it's still pulsing, which actually results in oxygen deprivation, all kinds of crucial nutrients that are being given to the baby. And then instead of having the baby go straight to the mother's chest, which there's a chemical transfer that happens skin to skin right after birth, like oxytocin and these different important chemical transfers that happen that naturally were put there by the creator. Instead, they take the baby, they cut the umbilical cord, you know, disconnecting from the placenta and the oxygen once it's the first time it's being outside of water to breathe. Then they run it over here, they throw it into a little bath, and they put Johnson & Johnson on it, wash it all up, get all that natural stuff off of them that's naturally there, obviously because it's part of the natural order. Then they slap it literally with the objective to make it cry. Then they want to start jabbing it right away, vitamin K 1,000 milligrams in the liver, even though that's an adult dosage and all this crazy stuff. And then they want to snip the baby immediately right around its male anatomy, and then they wrap it up in a little blanket, and then they want to come give it back. Then they want to keep jabbing it. Then they want to put all this crazy stuff in their eyes. More so, you should actually be in water, squatting, moving around, understanding that you're breathing heavy, breathing intensive, as opposed to like this contracting and tensing up and all this crazy stuff. And you're squatting down, so the baby just falls out as opposed to having to climb out effectively. And you're in this nice vibration, and then it's seriously a very like spiritual thing, in my opinion. And that's going to help a lot with the tearing and the not coming to be a doctor or something, because it's pretty obvious. You look into it, it's going to help with the tearing and the pain, and then it goes straight to the mother, gets the transfer from the chest to chest. You let it keep on pulsing and pulsing, so as you know, giving you all that nutrition through the umbilical cord. And obviously they have set up the current system with the Hippocratic Oath that actually tracks back to Apollo, and then they tell you that the doctor, like when you dock a boat, delivers you, like when you deliver an item, out of the birth canal because of maritime law, the law of the sea, and they give you a certificate of birth through the birth canal, like an item. And they basically itemize, not that you would be without power if you have any of those things, or if you did any of those things, you can take your power back with affidavit of status and many other things. But truth is power, and it says, do not partake in the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove and expose them. So whenever we find out the truth, we are to clearly call it out. And that's what I found out. And the number one thing they're scared of is all kinds of young legends that are crushing, that have woken up to all the lies and start becoming truthers, to then get together, reproduce, homeschool, not be indoctrinated, their children from 5 up, then take the woman out of the house so that their children can be indoctrinated. But instead, we have women raising their children at the house, men and women working together to raise legends, push the truth forward. So that's the summarization. Cha-cha. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I think that's an important subject, and hopefully we can kind of, I'm sure we'll have things that we have to learn, and we won't do everything right at first, but hopefully we can kind of share the journey with you guys, and we'll encourage other people to kind of spark this thing. I know a lot of people are, like Owen Benjamin has been crucial in encouraging people to do many of these things. I don't think this is how we win, and we don't wallow in sorrow like, oh, why are you having babies? The world's so bad, it's gonna end tomorrow. No, it's not. And stop being a little baby. Stop being a little girl. Yeah, and just be a legend and crush. So there you go. Thank you guys for kicking it. Seek and speak truth unequivocally. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. So who cares what other people think? Continue to always diligently seek the truth, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Sometimes fear will have you lash out, but make sure that you always overcome fear and have peace and contentment with the Creator and knowing that He's in control. And once you realize that the Father's in control, all of a sudden you won't be afraid of truth. You'd rather invite it, and actually you'll diligently seek it, because you know that it actually sets you free, gives you wisdom and discernment, and helps set you up in the future. So always speak the truth, and whenever they revile you for His name's sake, rejoice, for they did it to all the prophets before you. If you want to support the channel, go to $WitsitGetsIt on Cash App. You can go to Witsit at protonmail.com on PayPal, or you can go to paypal.me/innerworld. You can also become a member, sign up later hitting the join button below the video. You go to patreon.com/WitsitGetsIt. If you want to get all those links in one single place, you can go to WitsitGetsIt.live. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. If anyone sends any donations with any messages, I'll read them out for the end. I am getting delirious. I have to get out of here. That's why I'm talking so fast. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for kicking it. Lots of content coming soon. Debate Friday. Till then, till tomorrow's stream. Peace out.
Geopolitically, we in a field that's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Rappers acting say they high, say they simple pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up, had to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in a field that's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Took the way you saw the world, then distorted it. Now you think you wanna rock that twirl, somewhere orbiting. Theories disproportionate, the truth distorted quick with a forceful grip. They force a misinfo that we absorbing quick. Took the people's signature to mean extorted it. They forging it if news anchors informants who informing them. There's a surplus, but they tell us there are shortages. Credit economy mortgages, dollar that's supported with empty fortresses. But what's important is this reporting ships important gifts. Of course it is, but extortion is in accordance with an assortment list of foreign tricks we ignoring, which informing this, informing this. It looked like we were snoring tricked. Pedophilia and the government endorsing it. Yeah, eugenics is exactly what abortion is. You just vilify those insubordinate. Way to matrix engineer, that's unfortunate. Geopolitically, we in a field that's for Israel. Wonder, is it real? Rappers acting say they high, say they simple pills. Glorify suicide so they get the deals. Big pharma set it up just to flip the pills. Control the music industry until the scripts get filled. Geopolitically, yeah, we in a field that's for Israel. Wonder, is it real?